Right now, today, while we're making this video, the feds are increasing the interest rate. Now, what does that mean for Bitcoin? What does that mean for all of the crypto universe? Stay to the end of this video so you can find out. We'll break it all down for you. So, Michael, let's go ahead and jump in and talk about this.
Yeah. So today's an important day for that reason that they're going to raise the interest rate, and they're scheduled to do that not much. So they don't do it too fast. It's like when you're stopping a car, you don't slam on the brakes. It can create like crash. So they don't want to create a crash. They just want to slow down. So to deal with their inflation, which is normally 2%, and as we know now, 7.9%, right? So the norm, what they try to do is keep it at 2% inflation, but they're thinking to raise that to 3%. So that's interesting that they're thinking of doing that. Now, unlike what a lot of people think, right? They think that when the interest rate rise, that will cause the markets to dump, right? That's not true though. And I want to tell you that generally what happens is that the effect of raising the interest rates are not immediately. So basically the markets have been known to go up with the interest rates, and they've known to go down when the interest rates go down. Now there's, I think, a gap here. Don't quote me on that, but I know for sure, based on my research, that the markets generally go up with the interest rate going up, and then later the effect will come. So that's why I think we're seeing actually positive on the NASDAQ here. As we said last time, I said, look, this is what I think, right? If we go below here, that's not good. Then the markets are going to crash, and we're going to go in a bear market in the S&P 500. But I said, that's not confirmed. If we go above this line, if you remember yesterday, what did I say? I said, that would be good, right? That would be good. And then we just need to get a higher high. So the next level is to above this green line here, right? I'd like to get a higher high. So right now we're still in a lower high, right? We do have though a higher low. You can see that, right? Higher low, right? So we need a higher high to confirm a trend change. Okay. So that's one thing we could definitely use to figure out, and we could use the EMA ribbon, I guess, to see, and we are above the EMA like ribbon, which is a tool that you generally use to see the trend change. If we're above the ribbon, it's usually a good sign, and we're above the like ribbon. So now the sentiment in the market has changed a lot. Most traders are getting into trades, including me, although I didn't go all in. Let me be clear on that, because I don't want to fake out. I would rather get above the green line. I might buy a bit more, but a lot of people do breakout trading. Breakout trading, I will just show you. So like this, right? We break out of this line, it goes above, boom, they're going to buy, right? Or this one is probably a better example. So if you go on a 1 hour, you can basically see that we broke out of that pattern twice, right? So a lot of people will buy immediately after it breaks. So they buy at the breakout because for them, that's very bullish, right? And that's pretty much the only strategy that they use. And I think it's a good bullish sign, but you still got to pay attention to what is the NASDAQ doing? What is the S&P 500 like doing? Because your breakout trading is not going to work if you don't align yourself with the traditional markets, right? So you got to pay attention to that. That would be very intelligent to do that. And well, in this case, they are. So I do agree with them buying, but I still think you need to be careful. And I would prefer to see a higher high here, which could happen within the hour. Of course, it just depends on, how the market is going to respond to the Fed raising the interest rate. But again, traditionally, it doesn't have any effect. The effect was already happened probably during this time here, right? When we had a crash. That's probably when, or maybe even here, I'm not sure the date, but usually the effect is the announcement. When the Fed say they're going to raise the interest rate, then there's a bit of a crash, right? So, and then when they actually raise it, it doesn't affect anymore. So because the consequence of the announcement have already been made. So that's how you should look at that. So one more point. We are getting out of a correction on the S&P 500 if we can get above this 10%. So that, like, let's say you're minus 9% from the local top, we're technically out. Now we've been out a few times, right? We went in, we went out. When we went in, we went out, right? Then we went back in, back out. So, it doesn't mean anything, but what you can see for sure, though, is that you're seeing lower highs over and over again, right? Why I would say, like, if we get a higher high, then we are getting a higher low. So that's good, right? So I think those are the things we can look at to be more definite. But again, NASDAQ is doing well. S&P will follow the NASDAQ. BTC will follow the S&P. So yes, I am bullish at this time. Okay. Am I saying there's no risk? Because, we don't try to predict the price. We try to tell you what the risk is, right? And while I do think there's some risk, right? I do think that it's a medium risk, not a high risk like we were here below, right? That line here where we're a confirmed bear-like market. So the risk is going down. I would just say like that. What does that mean? Well, you could start buying, but you don't want to go all in. At least that's how I'm thinking. And of course, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, as James always says, right? And I agree with that.
That's true. That's true. Do your own research. Definitely be cash positive. And manage your risk. That's always the key to trading, for sure.
But you do got to think, though, like we can't just continue to tell you to be cash positive as the price go up. Now, how do you know when to buy, right? Well, now is a good time to buy. So it depends on your risk ratio. Like, are you comfortable to put a little bit, 10% of your cash, 20%? What are you comfortable? Some people are comfortable to go all in right now. I'm not, for sure I'm not. Because I've seen fake outs many times, and we don't have a confirmed higher high into the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ. So I want to see that higher high, and then I'll be more confident. But I did buy. Okay. Now, if you want to know what I buy, you should subscribe to our MetaGold website and become one of our subscribers for free by buying MetaGold. Otherwise, figure it out which altcoin you should buy.
That's right. So you go to the link in the description, and you can find all the details about how to follow Michael's trades exactly. And that's a good thing.
So is that clear, James? What do you think?
It is. Yeah, no, thanks for the explanation, especially about interest rates going up. A lot of people will get worried when they go up, and then they think that's, especially if you're new to trading. But again, it comes back to research, data, and that's what we do here in this channel, is we give that to you. Of course, Michael's got great technical analysis, as you see, and so keep coming back to this channel. We're here every single day.
Well, what if somebody puts a comment and says, hey, you guys were saying you're in the bear market. Now you're saying you're in a bull market. Like, what would you say to that, James? Like, just because the past few videos, we've been talking about, a potential bear market. We even said we are in a bear market on the NASDAQ. So now we're saying we're back in a bull. So what should we tell people?
Great question. Well, a couple of things. First of all, you have to understand, as you have explained, there's a difference between a correction and a bear market. But in the trading space, people throw around the words bearish. They that something's bearish, but that doesn't mean it's a bear market. It just means things are going down. But you got to follow the data. There's clear data on when we enter into a bear market, and so we're not there yet. Now, the chances that we can go there are there, but we're not there yet. So that's what we try to do here with the channel, is help you understand this is where we are right now. Could go this way, could go that way. Nobody knows.
Well, we're not there yet with the S&P 500. We are there with the NASDAQ. We did go below the 20% mark, but not for very long. And because we didn't go much lower, it was questionable. What I did say is we're at the line. Yesterday, I said that we're at the line. Like, everything's at the line now. Like, I'm 50-50. That's what I said. So we never said, let's be clear on this. If you watched the video yesterday, we never said we are definitely going to go a bear market, sell everything. We never said that. We said we had the line. It's more risky, but now it's going up and it's less risky. Okay. That's the point that I think everybody should consider. And that's good news for altcoins. It's good news for everything. So let's see what's going to happen. Now, if you ask me my ratio, I would say, well, there's still a 30% chance that we go in a bear-like market, and 70% bullish, I would say, like that, which, you know, is quite good. So that's what I said. I want to see, you know, the NASDAQ going over the line, and we've done that. So we're seeing some green candles, and I'm just curious now, when is the next 4-hour candle going to be above that green line? In that case, I will buy a lot more. Okay, I'll still be cash positive, but I will start buying a lot more if we go above this line. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to continue getting ideas on how to trade and make money in the markets. And yeah, leave a comment. You know, are you bullish? Are you bearish?
That's right. We'd love to hear from you. So yes, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you like the content, click on the like. And other than that, we will see you tomorrow.
All right, bye.